Yo, you guys, this is Blacklist of the Abyss, and you're watching my video kind of discussing, I'm just going to give you guys my thoughts on the recent arc in Boku no Hero Academia, aka My Hero Academia, because it started off kind of slow with Izuku training with Gran Torino. Well, I can't say it was slow, because it was literally fast because of the speeds they were going in, like, in sparring and crap, But, it started off kind of like at a 6.5 or a 7 out of 10, but then it just went into just amazing territory. It became amazing. Listen, all right, this stuff with Boku no Hero Academia, I admit, when Boku no Hero Academia first started, I thought it was amazing, and I thought it was going to be the next big thing, and then we got into the arc with the tournaments and stuff, and I'm like, okay, it's okay, it's kind of not as good as it's not bad, it's not even remotely close to bad, but it's just not at the same level as it was before. It went from great to good, um, so that's what I was thinking. I was like, my enjoyment was kind of leveling out, it was like it was it would it went from great to good. Okay, went from great to good. All right, so my enjoyment kind of went down a little bit, but not to the point where I thought it was bad. I'm trying to choose my words carefully, and it's just ends up coming out sounding like nonsense. Because, like, if you say something isn't good, people assume you think it sucks, even though that's not true at all. Something that isn't good isn't necessarily bad. So if I say, like, it used to be really good and now it's not, people will think I'm saying it's bad, and I'm not even remotely close to saying that. So I'm trying to, like, choose my words in a way where people realize that just because I'm saying I don't think that it was as good as it started out, I'm not saying it got bad all of a sudden. I still think it's really good, just not as good. I'm trying to choose my words so that I get that kind of message across, all right? But with this arc, it ended up going right back up to that territory and went to infinity and beyond, okay? Like, this was Slain, okay? Slain, the hero killer. This dude is legit, okay? In this latest chapter that came out today, on Monday, I'm recording this on Monday, but the video's not going to be uploaded until Tuesday. Um, but with the chapter that came out today on the Viz Media Weekly Shonen Jump, Kaminari said it best. Like, this dude's done some bad things. He messed up in Genium. He's been killing people. But he's kind of cool. He's kind of cool. He just is. Because at the end of the day, like, he's not a villain. He's an anti-hero. Because at the end of the day, this guy does want to be a hero. This dude used to be enrolled in freaking USJ. Like, he used to be enrolled to become a hero, but he thought that the hero program wasn't hero enough. It wasn't hero enough. He thought that it wasn't good enough to solve the problems that really plague the country, that really plague the world, is in his eyes at least. So he decided to go out on his own, and he ended up becoming the hero killer. And his resolve is ridiculous, man. He legitimately thinks that he can change the world by killing the people who are corrupting it, and that includes both villains and heroes. Maybe I should say heroes and villains, because he comes off like a villain, but he's targeting villains too, you know. So he's just he's so cool with his design. He's so cool with the way he fights, but his ideology, like, he's cool because it's just interesting trying to understand him, because he's not your typical villain where he's just textbook, cliche evil. I want to rule the world. I want to destroy the world. Like, there's actually more to him than that. And every once in a while, it's cool to have a guy who's just evil, like Dio. Sometimes it's just great having a Dio Brando. But it's also great having a Slain, the hero killer, a guy whose psychology you can delve into and just sit there in awe as you try to understand where he's coming from. You know, it's like, and you don't even need to be like a psychology person to do that, because it's explained in a way where it's all the work is really done for you. You know, and it's just, it delves into his psychology for you, and it's just so he's just so great. Slane is just so great. He really is. And you can tell he is legit serious about this, because see, one second he's trying to kill Ida, the next second he's attacking the freaking villains, and then he's saving Izuku. He's saving Izuku's life and attacking villains again. So this guy legitimately believes that he's doing good, you know? Like to, and you he's not evil. You can, well, no matter what this guy does now, you can't view him as evil. You really can't, because he legitimately believes that what he's doing is going to better the world. And whenever he sees someone who he views as corrupting the world, he is going to do something about that. And that includes the villains. You know, so you can't see him as evil. And that's part of what makes him so interesting, because he's clearly an antagonist, but he's not a villain. He's an antagonist, but he's not a villain. You know, and that's part of what makes him so awesome. So this arc was great because it focused on Slane at the end. Plus, Izuku managed to improve his one for all ability. He didn't manage to improve the ability. He managed to improve the way he uses the ability. He improved his own skills so that he could use the ability better in a more efficient way. There you go. So he doesn't break bones all the time. Um, but it had that, plus Ida. Ida is becoming such a great character, because you can really see how the stuff with Slane and Ingenium has just affected him psychologically. Like, if you look at the way he was in the beginning of the series, and then the way he was when him and Izuku and Todoroki were fighting Slane, completely different. You can see the character growth so well. It's just, this arc was amazing. It really was. It was amazing. Throw Endeavor in there. Throw in some other heroes. Throw in Slane. Dude, I am usually not a fan of when anime and manga do that thing where a character loses consciousness while they're standing. I'm usually not a fan of that at all. The only times I actually liked it were when Rock Lee fought Gaara in the Chunin exams, and Rock Lee lost consciousness and was still standing afterwards. Like, he got back up and everything. It was that. And then there was One Piece when Whitebeard died, which is more than just losing consciousness, but still, it was epic, you know? This is another time that I actually liked it. Because Slane, it just shows you how strong his resolve is, you know? Like, Slane is just such a great character. Like, I don't mean to just fanboy over him, but he's just so great. He's just so great. You know, so because of that, this arc, it was just great. It really was great. If not better than great. You know, this arc was Frosted Flakes, okay? This arc was Frosted Flakes, okay? It was more than good. It was great, alright? This arc was freaking Frosty Flakes. I should make that the title. Now, if I make that the title, no one's going to watch the video. They're going to feel like, what is this about? I'll put it in the description. How about that? I'll put it in the description. Alright? This arc was Frosted Flakes. Alright? It was just great. It really was. Um, Slane, amazing. Ida, amazing. Izuku, great. Todoroki, he's using both sides now. Endeavor, we saw him. Um, I mean, it was really freaking good. It really was. All right. Um, And we saw in this latest chapter that now All Might is going to have a talk with Izuku to just kind of talk about One for All. Oh, you know what else I forgot to mention? All for One. Yo, they're worried. They're worried about this dude showing up. who has an ability called All for One, which one would assume is the opposite of One for All, obviously. But this dude's a big threat. I'm looking forward to this dude showing up, man. I'm looking forward to this dude showing up, and I'm looking forward to seeing what his ability is. Because, we know what One for All does, but what does All for One do? If One for All makes you stronger and faster and just Superman, pretty much, what does All for One do? Does All for One make you? I don't even know. Like, what? what, what does All for One do? Does it make you freaking invisible? Like, does it make you freaking uh what's her name? What's her name from freaking Fairy Tale? No, actually, you know what? Let me no, screw her. Okay, Law. It makes you Law from One Piece. That's like, what else can All for One do? One for All makes you really freaking strong. Then All for One, you're not really strong, but you can manipulate things in a way that makes you really freaking strong. Like, like I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think of reality warping people. Kumagawa from Medaka Box. Maybe it makes you Kumagawa. Who knows? Maybe this dude's gonna come out and All for One is actually all fiction. Maybe he's gonna come out with giant screws and just start screwing people. Who knows? Who knows? All right. But this dude is gonna be legit. I can't wait for him to show up. All right. Um, but yeah, this is just me fanboying at this point. Having a little bit of fun screwing people like Kumagawa. Kumagawa is so great. If you haven't read Medaka Box, you should. If you want to watch the anime, you can. Just know that the first season isn't nearly as good as the second is. Like, trust me when I say you are going to want to force yourself to finish the first season. Even if you don't like it, trust me, force yourself to finish the first season because the things you don't like about it are going to be addressed in the second season. They're actually there on purpose. They're there on purpose. And the second season is really freaking good. So it's worth putting up with the first season to go watch the second. All right. Then once you finish the second season, go read the manga and pick up where the anime left off because the best arc in the series happened. It takes place right after the end of season 2, and you'll be able to tell too because the cliffhanger in episode 11. You'll be able to tell stuff's about to pick up. All right. So go read and watch Medaka Box because it's great. Kumagawa is great. It's funny. It's by Medaka Box is written by the creator of the Monogatari series. Okay, so watch and read because it's awesome. All right, but yeah, that's it for this video now. I thought the arc was great. Whether or not will I do weekly chapter reviews for the thing about Boku no Hero Academia is that it doesn't always need a weekly review, Like, I didn't even really mention much from this latest chapter because there really wasn't a need to, you know. So sometimes it doesn't need a weekly review. So I won't guarantee a weekly review, but I'll say that if a chapter is worthy of a review, I'll review it. And even if I don't review chapters for a while, I will at the very least review the arc as a whole, like I'm doing now. I'm not even really reviewing it. I'm just giving thoughts on it. If I really wanted to review the arc, I'd put more effort into it. But I'm just like giving you my thoughts and fanboying. But but I'm still telling you that the arc was great, and I actually did explain why it was great because Slane is great and Ida is great, and All for One, and and Izuku, and Endeavor, Todoroki. It was great. It was great. So I'm explaining, but I'm not going into detail like I usually do, especially since this video is already 15 minutes long. It doesn't need to be any longer. So, yeah, I won't guarantee weekly reviews just because My Hero Academia doesn't really need weekly reviews, you know. Um, just like Soma, I don't even need to review Soma anymore because there's literally no point. There's literally no point in reviewing it because it doesn't need it. It really doesn't. Though to be fair, I haven't caught up yet with Soma, so maybe at the point that they're at, maybe it warrants reviews now. I'm not really sure. Um, I know the first seat must have been doing something because I've seen his picture on like color pages and stuff. So I'm sure he's done something. I saw a picture of him holding a sword or something. Like I don't really know what that's about yet. I'll catch up this week and I'll figure it out. But I'm pretty sure I won't need to do reviews for Soma. Um, Though I guess if I feel like it, I'll probably do a video like this for the arc. But I mean, it doesn't really need it. It really doesn't. But whatever. That's it for that's it for this video, you guys. I'm just going on and on now. Um, the arc was great. It was just great. Slane is an amazing character. He's my favorite character in the series. Okay, favorite character in the series. Slane, the hero killer. All right. Ida is also moving up. He's moving on up. All right, like the Jeffersons, he's moving on up. The arc was just great. So yeah, that's that, guys. Rate, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at BlacklistOTA because you'll get updates if I, what I decide to do with My Hero Academia. I'll probably tweet it out. Same with Soma. Same with the new season of anime is coming up in a couple weeks or in October, I guess. So I'll probably keep you guys up to date on what it is I decide to, what I'm going to be watching, and if I choose to review any of them. Because this season, well, I won't get into it, but this season, even if I was reviewing stuff this season, I honestly don't know what I would have reviewed, because there are a lot of anime I watched, but none that really stuck out to me as one that needed reviews. Like, I'm loving Monster Musume, but it doesn't need to be reviewed. I'm loving Prison School, but it doesn't need to be reviewed. I'm loving Shimoneta, but it doesn't need to be reviewed. Charlotte, I guess Charlotte could be reviewed, and Raka Braves of the Six Flowers. But there are a couple, but like they're mostly shows I just want to enjoy and not overanalyze. So if you follow me on Twitter at BlacklistOTA, you'll get updates for my channel. You will get random anime tweets, manga tweets, random wrestling tweets, random retweets. You'll get stuff. So follow me on Twitter at BlacklistOTA. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Rate, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.